Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today something really exciting came in the mail. Our dahlia cuttings that we ordered from Stone House Dahlias arrived today, and I am so excited because these are some of the varieties, the KA varieties, that are really hard to find. You don't find tubers for these, but you can find cuttings. And although I have grown cuttings and actually did a video on this, which I'll link down below, we have grown cuttings or dahlias from cuttings before. I've never ordered them from anybody. So of course I was a little bit afraid because they had to ship them over. I think they came from Utah. And yeah, they did. Came from Utah, and I am just so excited. Like, these are probably going to be some of my favorite dahlias this year. I did take a quick little peek, but I haven't really dug into how they look. So I'm going to take them out. We're going to do this together. If you guys have grown cuttings before that you've ordered online from a farmer, please let me know, because I'm always interested in learning how your guys' experience was, what you did, if you're successful. I think a couple of you mentioned that you weren't successful from dahlia cutting. So I feel like StoneHouse Dahlias, they do a really great job with all of their flowers. So I have 100% confidence in that these are going to do very well as long as we follow their instructions. And yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera on. I'm going to show you how they look, and then we'll go over the instructions together. I know there's a couple of ways that we can proceed. So one way is going to be if we're going to plant them now in the garden, and then the other way is if we're going to plant them indoors for a bit, which we have to do. We're in zone 8B here in the Pacific Northwest, and it has been raining. It's been I think April was probably the record high of how much rain we've ever had here in Oregon. And it's just been insane. We can't, everything is delayed. The peonies are delayed. The ranunculus, nothing has bloomed. It's just and it's around this time that we typically will plant out our dahlias. So everything is delayed by a month, I would say. So anyways, let me turn my camera on. Let me show you how they look like, and then we will just dig right in. Okay, so in the box was the packing slip, and then it comes with these instructions, which I'll kind of abbreviate some of the things that they're saying in here. But this is how they come. Look at that. How cool is that? And they come into these little plastic containers that we'll discard. And look at that, you guys. How freaking cool is this? This is going to be the Sweet Nathalie, which is not a KA variety, but it's just hard to find these tubers. And then we have a KA Mocha Joe, a Snow Host Sonia, which again was hard to find tubers for, so I'm happy we found the cuttings. And then we have KA Champagne, and then KA Mocha Katie. So those are them. I'm freaking out. Look at how cool that is. They're perfectly packaged. You can see that they're a little bit bent, but we're going to go ahead and open them. And so the way that they've started these dahlias is they take cuttings, which again, I'm going to show you here really quick before we actually dig into them. But this is a dahlia. This is Rose Toscano that I got from another farmer. And the reason why this is pre-sprouting. So this is not starting them early. This was a way for me to pre-sprout them. And the reason why I did this is because these came in a little bit shriveled, which is totally fine. Dahlias tend to get dehydrated, which is totally normal. As long as they're not mushy, you're fine. But because the eyes were so tiny and it was already shriveled, it was really difficult to identify where those eyes were. So what I did is on 4/7, so April 7th, I potted this up just like this, just to see if it produced eyes or what was going on with it. I didn't want to take the chance of planting it and nothing come up. So, and of course, 4 eyes came up, and look at that. So basically what happens when you take cuttings is you'll pre-sprout your tubers like this, and you can do it in a long trays, which is typically what I like to do, or you can do it in individual containers. And then you'll come in here with a little X-Acto knife, and then you're going to cut right at the base of the tuber and kind of at the bottom, not the base of the tuber, but the base of this growth. And then you will plant that, you'll take that cutting and you'll put it into soil, or what they've done here is use this foam. So that is very common too, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. But do you see it's this foam that they're growing it in, and it's still moist, which is great. So anyways, they probably did some rooting hormone And then they put it in this foam, and that's how they grow. So these will produce tubers this year, which I'll have for next year, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to just gently slip this out and take a look at how these look. So they look wonderful, and I can see, oh my gosh, the roots look amazing. Let's see if we can just squeeze them out. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Look at that, you guys. Holy cow, those roots are beautiful. That's amazing, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so happy I ordered these now. I was so worried, but they're very trusted. StoneHouse Dahlias, they're very trusted. And I follow them on Instagram, and I love everything that they do. So this one, let's go ahead and peel this one out too. Yeah, these just look amazing. Look at that. Beautiful root systems. And everything is still moist. And so I think they probably sent these overnight, I want to say. So now that we have these, let's talk about what we do when we take them out of these little boxes, which we can just discard these. Okay, so I'm looking at the instructions, and it says choose your path. Which path are you going to take? So the two options are, again, is you can to plant your cutting outdoors, or you can plant them inside, which is probably what we're going to have to do, because again, it's just not warm enough. The soil is not warm enough, and it's too wet outside. So here's the thing. If you're going to plant your dahlias outside after you get a cutting, you have to harden them off. And this is if you do it yourself at home. And hardening off, again, is just the process of transitioning your flowers or your dahlia cuttings, whatever it is that you're growing inside, you want to transition them outside slowly. So usually you'll leave them out for a couple of hours the first day, and then bring them back in, and then a little bit longer the following day. And typically, depending on the flower variety, I'll do that maybe in 3 days, sometimes a little bit longer, just depending on how much sun they're getting or if it's cool. So that's hardening off. And so if you're going to plant them outside, what you're going to do is basically just take them out of their little black tray. Okay, so take them out of the little black tray. You're not going to take it out of the foam. You're just going to plant the whole thing down into the soil. And it also says that you want to plant them deep. So you can actually plant them to the first set of leaves or even above them. So you can actually bury these two leaves right here and go a little bit higher. Now, the only thing is, if you live in a warm environment and you have cuttings, you have to protect them, because if it's too hot out, they might fry them a little bit. Remember, these are a lot tender than tubers. And the other thing is, you're going to have to water these about 2 times a day until they get acclimated to the soil. So if you're growing tubers and cuttings together, you want to make sure that you are keeping an eye on that, because tubers, you don't want to water after you plant them, right? Like, you plant your tubers, and then you water them that one time that you plant them, and then you only start watering really when you start to see growth. Whereas cuttings, you have to keep them moist. So you'll probably water them, I would say, 1 to 2 times a day, depending on your environment or how warm it is in your area right now. So for us, we're going to start these inside. So the inside method is, we're going to pot them up into, let's see, 3 to 4 inch pots. So I have ones that are a little bit bigger, and we're going to use potting soil, and then we're just going to plant them deep again. And then you'll want to put them in an area that gets sunny. You don't want to keep them in a dark area, obviously, because they're going to start to grow really leggy. So we'll just probably put these under our grow lights with our other seedlings right now. So that's what we're going to do for the next probably 3, maybe 4 weeks. I would say hopefully just 3, just until the weather starts to warm up. And then we'll do the hardening process as well. And then we'll just plant the whole thing outside. So I have some containers here with some soil, and I'll show you guys, and we're just going to plant these deep in there and then keep an eye on them. The other thing you have to do with cuttings is you have to feed them right away. So if you got cuttings, you have to feed them. Not only do you have to keep them moist, but you want to feed them with a water-soluble fertilizer. So I haven't done anything with these yet. So what I'm going to do is use the Espoma indoor food. And I'm gonna use the full dose. So I've already pre-diluted some in this fancy watering container. It says water bottle. And I'm going to plant these, and then we're gonna water them in with the fertilizer, and then we'll put them under the grow light. So that's it. That's just, it's easy, it's fast, and I'm so happy I did this, and I'm so excited to see how these grow. And again, I'm just so amazed at how beautiful the stalks are. Look at how thick and hardy, and most importantly, those roots look amazing. I'm so excited. So anyways, let's pot these up. Okay, so the instructions said to pot them in some potting soil. So that's what I'm going to do. And of course, don't forget your tags. So I'm just gonna go a little bit deep. And again, you can go pretty deep with these. So we're just gonna pop them in. See if I can go a little bit deeper. Like that. Perfect. Might just top it off with a little bit of soil as well. And if you are ordering a cutting, you want to make sure that you attend to them right away. I mean, ours just arrived and it's kind of later in the day, but you definitely want to get them out of their box. Make sure that they're moist, and not forget about them, because these are super tender and they just had a really long travel. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking excited about these. You guys have no idea. I've been like dreaming of these dahlias for the last couple of years, and now to finally have them is just so exciting. And these were bred again by Christine, and I've talked about her before in one of our previous videos. She just does so much and is such an amazing teacher. She has a book actually on breeding dahlias, which I'll link that down below. I think you can order it on Amazon or even on her website. Anyways, she's just amazing. And these are her cultivars. And how great is it that StoneHouse Dahlias are selling these cuttings. Now this one is StoneHouse Sonia. Gosh, this one's so pretty, you guys. But I have such a difficult time finding, like sometimes you just have a really difficult time finding some of these specialty varieties, you know, like the dreamy unicorn varieties that we all tend to go for. And then lastly, this is Sweet Nathalie. Which I will say too, some of these cuttings were a little bit spendy, but if you think about it, these are going to produce tubers, which means that investment of yours is going to at least double or triple, if not more. I mean, typically I'll get like between 5 to 10 at least tubers per tuber that I plant, and the cuttings will do the same thing. They're going to produce really beautiful tubers this year. And so yeah, you are spending a little bit more up front, but you're going to have so many more in the end. So I will top these off with a little bit of soil before we water them in, but that's really all there is to it. And then again, these will just go sit under the light until we're ready to get them outside, until it warms up a little bit more, and we can plant all of our tubers and our cuttings. And I will plant these together with the tubers, and I'll just make sure that I don't turn on our irrigation. So I'll just hand water these until we have growth from our tubers, and then everybody can be under our irrigation grid that we have in our beds. That's it. Anyways, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys found that interesting. I think anytime I get things like this, I get so excited, and I know I can share that with you guys because you'll share that same excitement with me. Sometimes my friends like who aren't really into flower gardening or farming, they don't really like get that excited like I do. But I know you guys do. So you guys are like my garden family, and my flower family, so I had to share it with you. But anyways, if you guys are growing dahlias from cuttings, let me know how it's going for you guys. Again, I'll link down the video that we did on how to do this process yourself at home, which is again a great way to multiply and grow your inventory of dahlias. A lot of farms do this. I know like even Swan Island dahlias, they'll grow hundreds of thousands of cuttings themselves, which they use to grow their inventory because they are so big. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys found this fun. I'm really excited to give you an update when we get these planted outside with our other tubers once it warms up. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.